to go. We don't want to intercede because we want to see what, Homo sapien sapien 2.0 is going to do after the Great Flood or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the more fascinating ideas, is that we're some sort of a product of genetic engineering.
I honestly would not be surprised. I don't know that to be true, but
we're so different than everything else is here.
Yeah.
So different, so beyond different. I mean, there's not another primate that is even reasonably close. I mean, if there's speculation amongst primatologists, and there's not even speculation. They believe that chimpanzees, in particular, have entered into the Stone Age. So they're at the beginning of the Stone Age. They're using tools, and there's obviously some learned behavior. Like there's some footage of orangutans using spears to hunt fish with.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that?
No, I'm not.
It's cool as shit. There's an orangutan that's hanging on a branch over a river or a body of water, and he's stabbing at fish with a spear, which is incredible. I mean, they're using tools. I mean, we know they use tools to extract, termites and the like. Look at that. I mean,
that's crazy.
How crazy is that? I mean, he's clearly hunting. I mean, he's going fishing in Borneo. I mean, that is, at the very least, a distant cousin of us. Some, intelligent primate that is figured out a way to use tools. How long would it take an orangutan to become a human being? How many millions of years are we talking about of evolution? But it seems to be that process has started.
Interesting.
But why are we so fucking different than everything else?
Yeah, like are we a product of Darwinian evolution, or what is it? Punctuated equilibrium is obviously another theory. And I'm not an anthropologist by any means. I watched some Netflix episodes, but
yeah, me too. A lot of YouTube.
But yeah, we seem to be oddly
advanced,
and we seem to just possess other skills. I mean, it goes back to like the Stargate program, right? With declassified by Clinton, sensibly canceled, I guess, in '96. Where you had people trained in remote viewing, and like there was feedback loops to confirm what they saw was real, and either satellite imagery or human sources where they sketched out a room where there's hostages, and they got a hostage out, and they're like, and this is a real story actually, and they're like, did you have a source in that room? How do you know where all the corridors were and everything? I was like, no, actually, Pat Price remote viewed you, and he's like, what the fuck? So there's something going on there, and that's like Gary Nolan, has studied a lot of this stuff. And very famously, he's pointed out the caudate putamen brain, right? So this horseshoe-shaped thing in the middle of your brain. That if he's done MRIs and CAT scans, and I hope I'm not butchering his work. Gary might, slap me later, but it lights up with people who have those kind of skills. They have like an overactive caudate putamen in the brain, and it's like, okay, well, is it a transceiver of some sort? I'm guessing that's the case.
Is it an emerging property of human beings as we evolve?
Exactly, and we're seeing just a few human beings that have this stuff, and then if it is a transceiver, where's the information? Is it in a higher spatial dimension, or how are they extracting? How are they able to basically be non-locality, right? They're able to like project themselves somehow, their consciousness, to and this is a declassified example from Stargate, a Russian missile base, sketch the crane and where the silos are, what the status is. Satellite comes over, takes a picture, and it's exactly the way they sketched it. How'd they do that? Like, it's certainly real because there is a feedback loop. Now, there's a lot of charlatans in the psychic space and all that, but like at least that government program, and I've talked to Hal Puthoff and people who actually ran that program at SRI for the CIA, then DIA in the Army. And that seems to be Men Who's Staring at Goats, right? The George Clooney movie's the famous movie based on the Stargate program. Seems to be legit as far as we can measure from a feedback perspective.
What was the explanation for the discontinuation of that program?
Oh, gosh, I'm not a scholar on that. That something Russell Targ or Hal Puthoff or one of those guys could explain if it was just I got caught up in the bureaucracy or what. I don't remember.
Yeah. So the idea of that being an emergent property of human beings as we evolve has always been fascinating to me, because there's certainly something that goes on with human communication other than we make sounds that represent objects and physical things, and that the other person interprets those sounds and understands it. There's communication between human beings that's
acoustic communication, like the symbol rate, if you will, is really slow. Like if you were to able to consciously communicate, aka the hokey term like telepathy, right? And it's funny because that's what a lot of people espouse that have had alleged contacts, right? A lot of the people that Dr. John Mack at Harvard studied over the years, where they felt like they were getting hit with like a QR code. It was like instant knowledge, or they heard like somebody speaking to them non-verbally in some way that they studied couldn't even conceptualize through acoustic communication or talk, if you will. And it's the same thing like book Proof of Heaven by Dr. Eben Alexander, MD. I remember reading when I was in Afghanistan, and I was like, this is a crazy experience. This medical doctor where they felt like they were getting hit with like a QR code. It was like a near-death experience, and he gets this like crazy, like the feelings of love, other stuff. It's a really interesting book. It's like a scientific take on a doctor's own near-death experience, verbally in some way that they studied when he came back. And somehow the fasciitis didn't eat away his brain, and he was cognitively normal. He tried to write down or talk, if you will, and it's the same thing. What like information or facts of the universe he learned during Proof of Heaven by Dr. Eben Alexander, MD. Couldn't even remember reading English. It was like crazy. He didn't know how to translate it into Afghanistan, and it was just there was no like adjectives where they felt that they were getting hit with a QR code that could describe the knowledge that he knew like natively when he had that near-death experience. It's a really fascinating book, and he talks about the disease he had and other stuff. It's a really interesting conditions at the time. Really interesting.
What was he able to discern
on a doctor's own near-death experience?
What was the overall message?
Yeah, it was like this, like there's the message of love, which that's positive, but it was like this interconnectedness. Everybody is kind of and somehow connected in a way that fasciitis didn't eat away his brain, and he was cognitively they don't really realize. I mean, I tried to think about down. This is like really trippy, if you will, and it's the same thing. What like information? A lot of thoughts with people who are smarter than me. I like to talk to them about Heaven by Dr. This kind of stuff. Where if you're, say, a higher dimensional sentience, right? The act of creation. So, act of creation for 3D beings is having a baby, right? It's producing another three-dimensional object. Well, if you're in 5-dimensional space, or even, I guess, 4-dimensional physical space, what if act of creation is creating other conscious realities and other universes? And the act of creation is creating the universe where you, me, Jamie, whatever, we might be connected to the same, I'll call it universal consciousness, or a higher dimensional sentient life force or life form. I know that sounds like really out there, but when you think about it, there's a lot of other theologies out there that basically espouse that. I have a very good friend of mine who's PhD level, kind of higher up in the Mormon church, and basically the Mormon theology is kind of like that. The Mormons say you were once with God or like God, but then you were sent down to like a lower plane of existence, and that's literally what I'm talking about right now, but just in a secular sense. So maybe, we're all created beings from, and this doesn't like hurt Christian theology, whatever. It's actually kind of enforcing the fact there's a creator, and we're literally created in the image of a creator, literally. And that's kind of what life really is. It's like, think about, it's like a weird 3D plus time temporal sensory experience for a higher dimensional sentience. You're here to experience time in this weird linear fashion, and to experience yourself divorced from yourself, to gain knowledge and to report back, is maybe what life is. And that's just kind of my own personal.
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Explore, secure intel, and loot to gain access to new missions. Enemy threat is high, so expect contact.
Moving here.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location. Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in your area.
Картель.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Они укрываются! Средний магазин! Цель в укрытии!
Точка касания. На уровне глаз. Захват.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open. That's a denied area. Enemy presence will be high. Ultra One, copy that. Requesting medical for you now. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements in. Ultra One, an operator responded to your medic request. They're inbound.
يلا لا شوف. يلا أي لحظة هلا.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
They tagged me! Ammo here! We have an ammo box here! That's in mine!
Enemy stronghold marked.
Enemy fighter here. Enemy fighter here.
Ultra One, your squad is separated. Suggest you stick together.
Found a vehicle.
Self-revive kit here! Taking effective fire!
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Hey, wolf!
Other cluster mine.
I need mid-cal rounds.
Self-revive kit here!
Do not die here. Moving here. Contact! Moving here.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Taking effective
Valuable
fire.
here. Track marked!
Ultra One, your squad is spread out. Advise you stay together.
In contact.
Ultra One, actual. UAV is on station.
Car marked!
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Taking effective fire.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Taking fire.
All Ultra, be advised, killing operators will mark you as a bounty target. Ultra One, UAV is bingo, fuel, and RTB. Ultra One, actual. High winds are increasing in the AO. Move to an extract point before radiation spreads.
I need more get around. Cancel that. Copy that. Moving to New York. Cancel that. Armor satchel here. Dropping ammo!
an SMG.
Gas mask here.
Gas mask here.
Ultra One, your squad is scattered. Sticking together will help you survive.
Assault rifle here.
Ultra One, actual. Radiation is spreading through the area. Advise moving to an extract point.
Armor satchel here.